cage yet. It doesn't really feel real yet, to be honest. It's weird. I'm very, very centered right now. I was before. I think it comes with the reps of how active I've been. Centered before, centered in there. Yes, a bit of adrenaline when the knockout, but even in the cage, just the centeredness I felt, even coming out, it's an interesting thing. It feels good. It feels right. Yeah.
At the very end, you climbed on top of the cage. I could just see you sitting there, and you were kind of just taking it all in and racing it. Is that what was going through your mind?
Yeah. So the north tier, this side, 8 years ago, all of my friends and family were sitting right there, and they were sitting in the exact same place tonight, coincidentally. And when I was on top of that cage, I just had the full circle moment happen. Here I am 8 years later, after giving my entire being to this game, after coming through so many obstacles that nobody has any fucking idea of. I know that I deserved this tonight. I really, really know that I deserved this. So it was that was a really meaningful moment. Thank you.
Ollie, the entrance with Foy singing was fucking sensational. And I always ask you about this, but there's a finite amount of times in your career that you get to actually do things like that in front of a home crowd. That may be the final time you do it, or you may come down and get an opportunity to go through that again. But how special was it at the moment?
Unbelievable. I've been very fortunate. Foy has been a friend of mine for about 6 years. And 6 years ago when we connected, we said he's my favorite artist in the fucking world. This guy, my favorite artist from here, a local hero. And all that time ago, we said someday I'll sing you out in the SSE Arena, and I said someday we're gonna do it, brother. And I swear to God, every single thing that I planned so many years ago is happening in my life right now. It's absolutely unbelievable.
I was speaking to Shando directly after the fight, and I was talking to him about Conor McGregor in the 3 Arena in 2014. I remember it very well. He had engagement, he had everybody's eyes on him, but he did not have the same connectivity with the fan base. I was at the pre-show event for your fans, and I'm just seeing the energy. There isn't a person in this place that has a negative energy towards you or that is watching you because they want you to lose. Everyone here is willing you on, and I've never seen that with an athlete. Like outside of Katie Taylor in this country. Surely you must feel that. How does that feel? It's a pretty special thing.
Dreams can come true. Dreams can come true. Sorry, brother.
Well, what's going through your head?
Give me, sorry, 1 second. What was the end of the question? Just, I want to answer it for you.
The question was, I mean, how does it feel to have so much? I think it's all positive energy rather than a lot of famous sports stars. Like I mentioned, McGregor will have eyes on them, some supporting them, and some maybe watching them to watch, hoping they lose. You know, hate watching. It feels to me like every single person in this arena watching that fight is watching it with a positive energy. I mean, that must fill you with all sorts of just positive energy, positive power going into that, and just motivation.
Yeah, absolutely. It's my dreams came true. My dreams came true tonight. Sports people have been the greatest prides of our nation. Ireland, Northern Ireland, Belfast, Derry, and all them years ago, I looked up to these people, and you know, I always thought, maybe one day, you know, I'll carry myself and represent the people, and it's happening. It's happening. Yeah. Cheers.
Well, what's going through your mind right now?
Maybe just sunk in. Maybe just sunk in. Gratitude, yeah. Presence. I feel very centered right now. I feel very grateful, and I thank you to all of you being here with me. Yeah, I feel good, Andy. Hello, Andy. Go ahead.
You couldn't have written a better story here tonight. You've obviously thought about this for a long, long time, bringing this back. Did it play out as you expect? Like, this seemed like a picture perfect story from the walkout to the performance to the on top of the crowd, to the race of the crowd. Is this what you were reading?
I knew it was going to be special to walk out with Foy, walking me out with Grace. I knew everyone was going to sing it. I knew it'd be loud. I knew that was going to be amazing. Obviously, you don't know until you're doing it how crazy it's going to be. A couple of people were saying to me that they've been at all the big nights, and they were saying that is definitely up there in terms of atmosphere, which is like mind-blowing to me, because of the legends that have come out of here, Carl Frampton, Mick Conlon, like etc. So, that's unbelievable. I didn't expect to knock him out within a minute, if I'm being honest, because I kind of wanted to take a bit off my punches and stay in there and just be super, super technical and not give him a sniff. To punch hard, you have to be in range, and I kind of thought, I'm not even going to let him touch me. I'm just going to outclass him and not even get touched, because Bruno was a big puncher, a dangerous guy. He was not getting the credit he deserved in the lead up to this fight, and I knew how good he was. So I was going to take a bit off the punches, but as I said in there, I hit very hard. If I hit you in the right spot, it's over, and that's what happened.
You said in the lead up to this that this is almost more important to you than belts these days. The emotion that you've displayed tonight, like, it's clear that you're very emotional right now. Is it because of all the perseverance, the injuries, everything that has come through your career? Does that play into this moment right now?
Big time. Big time. Belts come and go. Belts come and go. Moments like that last forever, and you cannot buy that. You cannot buy that. I will take that to my grave. That is number one on my bucket list. Just take that off tonight. So it's amazing. Thanks, Andy.
Paul, just very quickly, what do you mean to have that Ryan Curtis at cage fight? Because obviously he's not able. Obviously, he's never he wasn't able to engage in a key fight, but of course, someone who means a great deal to you.
Absolutely, Ryan's a great friend of mine. Ryan, I guess. You can look at Ryan and we talk about it, and it often just reminds you what this game requires, and I don't think fucking fighters get the respect that they deserve half the time. There's a man, fully able, fucking professional athlete. Freak accident in the gym can break his neck and his back now. Thankfully he is walking again. In other cases people don't walk again. That is the realities of this sport, and that is the realities of what we give and what we put on the line for this sport. And people fucking have the nerve to talk shit on fighters. I swear to God, that's one of the only things in the world that annoys me is when people fucking disrespect fighters, because we put our lives on the line out there every single time. So, yeah, it's great to have Ryan here. He's with us throughout the week. Ryan's a great friend, and yeah, what a guy.
It's quite clear that you made the message pretty clear in the cage afterwards, but having reflected on it a bit, what exactly would you like to say? Maybe in a more measured tone to Usman Nurmagomedov.
I think I said it exactly how I was supposed to say it. Next question.
Well, you have time to watch that finish back because it was
Yeah.
so technical.
Yeah.
You grabbed the hook with the left and then finished him and then dropped him with the left as well.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised he didn't go completely out cold with the first one, because it just landed so flush. I think he was basically out of it at that point, but a couple more just to finish him off. Yeah, I really hit hard. I haven't maybe shown that much in my career. Yeah, I hurt people, but I'm developing it. I'm digging the toes in a little bit more. I'm hurting people. So I'm going to hurt Usman Nurmagomedov next.
Last one for me. You had the whole of Belfast in your hand this weekend. We were in a taxi. The taxi driver was talking about you. Walking through town, the bus drivers were talking about you. How do you separate that emotion to put down that performance today? Because that could be heavy on something.
Well, I didn't have to separate any emotion. I just took the energy from that emotion and brought it with me. I'm used to high pressure situations now. I am truly a young veteran at this point, and it wouldn't have mattered if there was 100,000 people out there, to be completely honest, whether they were all cheering for me or whether they were all against me. It does not matter. I am in charge of my destiny. I am in charge of my energy. Yeah, things like that can definitely energize me. I can use it in the correct ways, but ultimately, if it was 1,000, 100,000 people booing me, it would not matter. I would still get the job done. Cheers.
Two final questions.
Is it a weird feeling that you work your whole life to get here and now this feels like the beginning? To me, it does.
Yeah, I feel like a young veteran. I feel like I've been doing this. To be honest, I just turned 28 years old. Maybe this is the start of the next chapter. You know, I'm not too sure. Everything's been moving so fast. I think I'm in the middle of a chapter right now. I think when I beat Usman, get the belt, and I start racking up defenses, that'll be the next chapter. But that's where I'm at right now. Yeah.
Paul, we'll watch the show at the SSE Arena. Everyone loves to hear. Watch your interview with Clark Patton. You showed it iconic. What would be your career favorite moment for a sellout stadium? What would it be?
The SSE Arena Belfast.
Yeah.
But I just ticked that one off. So when I beat Usman in Dubai, let's do the trilogy in Titanic, or let's do it in Windsor. Or if they get Gisman built in the next 6 months, I'll be there.
Or Windsor?
Oh, I said Windsor, did I not?
Yeah.
Aye, here, anywhere. Do you want to go ahead as well?
Thanks, Paul. I just wanted to speak to you about the stoicness. You went there, you're in the gym, you're in the ring boots. That stoic mindset, does that come from all of that? Is that born naturally with that?
Yeah, absolutely. It's been developed. Funny you asked that. I think the last couple of weeks is some of the most time I've spent in the mornings writing and journaling. I don't know why, why just so much. Maybe I was just waking up earlier, but I was very centered the last couple of weeks. I knew I had to take this all in. It definitely has an effect. That's why I do it. I do it to be better as a person, as an athlete, as an everything, to put everything up for reflection. Yeah, so it definitely plays a factor. I have crafted myself into the person that I needed to be right here in front of you. You don't just you don't just get here without no work. I have truly, ultimately, since I made my debut here 8 years ago, done everything I possibly can to be the best person and the best athlete that I possibly can, and it's starting to pay off. Thanks for your time, everyone. Appreciate it.